for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield.
That's tough. That's tough as shit. That's tough. Hey, go ahead, bro. Oh shit, I ain't even say this down.
Talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
While I'm on tour, whatever, you know, it is, plus it's going to be better to the flow. Stay close to the flow.
First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 51.
Always be right.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he puts up nice yardage on that one.
Shit in the lobby of my building. Took the elevator in the elevator, took me straight to the ceiling. Going over living wrong.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Or you see another hole in your jersey trying to score 30. You heard me.
They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Will. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Big connection on that one. 30 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're just lying to you.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw and the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Cameron Hayward providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Deontay Johnson deep for the Steelers. It'll be 5 there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
The throws in my life.
The thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Meanwhile, Ben So complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So
trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted.
You ain't real high, you mid-low.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. You often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
I can't suppose the show
but it's incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
Bury me a G unless my mama had a cheese, so I never died. Because I was living in the streets, and that's what matters to me. This other shit ain't real, them hoes just talking because of that deal. These niggas sort of not so shit and shit, and get killed. I'm just riding, smoking, praying.
So a big call there, that brings up 4th.
Cause we living in the making, I'm saying.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They get 1 yard back there and make it second and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're doing the second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right out, and they pick up the first down.
And I ain't banging now unless I'm playing hoes. Bitches suck and swallow like they're trying to find an anecdote.
First down carry for Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Tannehill able to find Henry out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Tannehill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. There's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. On second down now, it's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Touchdown, Titans.
Way to be patient. Way to be patient. Way to be patient.
1 yard. And the Titans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Pull it good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Johnson now returning. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Claypool with another catch. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They're indeed going. It's Fitzpatrick. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating from pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. On third down, Fitzpatrick. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Boswell's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the third drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
7 yards to pick up there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
When I'ma look cool in them black and white pictures when they talk about underground rap.
3 yards remain for second down.
Sick and tired of these niggas claiming that they sick as me, they lying. I checked your chart with how I'm saying you saw. Son, push your whole nigga, you more badass than boss. Off the boat, small fries is always big talk.
Running from the gun with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Working out, smoking strong with a week-long cruise.
As the first half is winding down, and the Titans continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half
like
as it kicks away.
That's some nail skits. Yeah, stock tissue in the box, elephant print. All my Flint 13s, no retro 3M, reflective. Your bitch tight, reckless in my DMs, sexting. Trying to see him, smoke a J, wait, being. But I got no time for company. I'm building one of them, honey. I know that's why you want me. Success is my cologne. I spray that bottle all on me.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
My land shot.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs.
Try to close out, man. This nigga KB famous for coming back. Shelter from the rain in the park car. Chopping game, modifying my slangs. Small place in the grill, whipping the 96 range. My independence remains, cause I ain't working for the radio station like Martin Payne.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had a
mercenary killer paid for bringing death to these whack niggas. You call them raps, that's why them labels never called you back. Yeah, spit a snap. Right, call service, rolling grass, double with 7. 2 ounces and 7 grams. My nigga, we still blazing. You are easy in my presence. Dumb questions, dumb statements. Terrorists through the basement.
For them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Open man completes it to Claypool. He's still on his feet. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big play time for Pittsburgh. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Play action now, Fitzpatrick. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Harris.
Wow.
Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
He's rolling up by now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because
my beat a twist and rebound, delivering that dope to the front door like a base of carrying her own way financial, and she don't need me. She just in love with a real nigga, continuously needed in the location.
Again, it's Henry. Running right through him. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Water must sit on the houses as I drive by. Practice on roof, let a crowd out it. Drill shit. Next time I vacate, I'm bringing all my cars on the plane with me. Y'all say the same. We gonna make it show how folks how to make millions. Rapping hooks, scaling the building. Rapping on hooks. I'm high. How is you feeling?
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
If you don't know where to put it at, then don't ride with it. They'll try to lose you in the system for some weed in my city.
Go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively,
looking for charity. That dog don't hunt. Don't come to the woods with it.
Bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, here's Henry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this
showing the signs of letting up. Still kick you in the head like I think you on the verge of getting up. No mercy, Cobra Kai over the man. I'm better than them spitting business inside of man. I'm living the life worthy of capturing on camera. Documented. I wanted the lifestyle. So I rolled up in a drop. I rolled up.
First down, Henry.
Women, elegant
and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
The building when I was finished.
2 yards rushing for him.
Niggas not original, they motherfucking house of mirrors. Not quite the image. I'm on that Popeye spinach. I'm a tie sipping. She love a square nigga, but now she burn something different. When it's 84, they just wanted to keep it going. Jacket, some sweats, and Scottie Pippins. I just put the green prescription. Lying if I said if I isn't. If you looking for that nigga, I is him. All eyes in this direction. A bird named Blessing.
Trying to punch it in with Henry.
Recording live from the Devil's Palace, practicing two jitties, 2 blunts in the turkey bacon sandwich.
Derrick Henry.
My host is ready, bumping pussy, then pull off in my pony. I don't put ready, baby, 2 edition.
And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Officer to walk a man. Bail money on deck.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
I ain't you eternal rest.
Now here's Johnson. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
I picked up this mic, I was getting a nigga from some
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating
touchdown, I could have picked that.
Carry that confidence into this one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Gibbs, ho. Two bitches cooking in the crib, ho. Still push a bucket, but I ride it like
period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder is a team that just threw that interception, you got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back now in Pittsburgh. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 42 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Second down, they go again with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Tannehill now to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones.
So in the world getting paid off the talent God gave us. My parlay and mom has got me smacked. Twisting and watching Rastafari Marcus God be on the track and I faded.
Niggas hate it, now they all trying to get in. All the slim talk, I know you ain't really mean it. Sleeping on the kid, I hope the bed was posturepedic. Betting for a verse, I'm like cocksucker beating. What's your budget like? You had to find a way. Trying to get a little money to pay the ride away. Jet life, it sucks to be you. Trying to get swag, it's purchase this
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I'd get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Henry again on second down. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Henry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice guy surrounded by wolves. Wild game versus wild game is cool. Walk is talk.
2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he dumps this off over the middle. Powers through it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Never be deciphered by
this game was certainly pretty well. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Bud Dupree, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Looking to throw. Fitzpatrick. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They set themselves behind the chains, try to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
The road to the rich is so long, our feet catch vessels every crabs in the bucket. Who you dare try to get us? Every man for himself, everyone that wants